All right, welcome in, folks, to Ames Ice Arena with Top Shelf getting ready to take on Des Moines, and lineups for Top Shelf. Short a few people with Kane Notmauer, Reed Mater's gone, and so is Oliver Dorman. I'm going to do the best I can with these numbers. Good thing we're in these white jerseys with black letters, easy to see. Going to take the face-off for Top Shelf is going to be Owen Reynolds, and Eli Van Bergen's going to be on wing. We need another wing, and I think that's probably Jackson that skated out. We got Howie Corbin on defense, and Xander Atchison on defense. In net for Top Shelf will be Nolan Eaton. Des Moines also has a goalie in net, Stella Van Meer, who's well known to some Ames kids, and she has vowed that she's not going to give up any easy goals to them today. Des Moines gains the zone, and they take a shot, goes above the net. Des Moines gets to it along the boards. They try and center it up, and our defensemen are there. Put a shot on Eaton. He pads it to the side, and Top Shelf's going to try and break out. Des Moines holds the line. They send it deep into the corner. Puck battle for it. Des Moines comes away with it, and they take a shot, hits the side of the net, and they're able to rebound it, and they send it back up to the blue line. They put it on Eaton. He pads it to the corner. If you need to move that, you can. Des Moines here still has it in the zone. Ames looking for their first breakout. Des Moines putting on the pressure. Corbin's going to get to it, and he'll send it up the boards, but there's the defenseman from Des Moines, sends it wide of the net. Ends up behind the net in the corner. Des Moines has it. They send it to the point. Comes a hard and low shot guaranteed, and then doesn't make it through traffic. Now they put one off the post, and they put one on Eaton again. He pads it away, and Top Shelf has got to get this puck out. It's been in the zone for almost 2 minutes. They center up a pass right in front of Eaton, and he's able to stop it, and he'll get a breather here as we get a defensive zone face-off as well as a line change. Cohen Fant's going to come out and play wing along with Jaden T-Scudder on the other wing. And Noah Gill is centering the line. Again, I'm trying to learn these numbers, and we have an addition to the roster as well. Donovan Sachs is going to play along with Leon Fantz. And I'm pretty sure that might be Donovan Sachs out there on defense. But I'm not sure who his D partner is right now. And in the fray of all this, I forgot to start the clock. Good chance for me to knock off my rust here. I haven't called a hockey game since March, maybe, somewhere around there. Puck sitting in the slot, and Top Shelf swats it out of there, but Des Moines retains possession of it. Now there's a battle for it in the corner. Sachs is there with Gill. And I have no idea who number 6 is. I think that might be Leon.
One's Leon, one's Donovan. I just don't know.
Des Moines cycling the puck around, still in this zone. Top Shelf has yet to break it out. Comes back to the point, they send it in, and it's blocked by Gill. He's in a puck battle for it, high in the slot, and now he's going to get to it and get it out of the zone. Sends it to neutral ice, collected by Des Moines, and they flip the ice back to the center. Loose puck. Des Moines gets to it, they send it into the zone. Corbin Howie gets after it, he'll get to it, send it up the boards to T-Scudder along the far boards. And now he sends it back out into neutral ice, and Des Moines throws it back in offside. Sounds like we're going to do 2 periods of a stop clock, 12-minute periods, and then the third's probably going to be a continuous clock. As Jackson Detzel comes out with Barker, Sullivan, or not, Sullivan. Charlie Barker. And I think that's Logan Crone on the other wing with Atchison and Howie Corbin still out on defense. Puck held in by Des Moines. They throw it towards the slot, and that's blocked. And they throw a shot on Eaton. He pads it away. And now Des Moines has it behind the net. Corbin Howie fighting them for it. They send it up the near boards. Held in by Des Moines. Now they go D to D. They take a shot. Doesn't get through the traffic. Crone gets to it. And he's not able to bank it off the boards out of the zone. So Des Moines will stay in their offensive zone. And Atchison now comes away with a loose puck, and Des Moines takes it right back. They send it towards Eaton, and he covers it up for another stoppage of play, which is good because maybe this clock that I have that I can't change on the fly will get down to the actual time. There's 8:37 here in the first period. Still nothing. Puck dropped. Des Moines wins it. They send it to the D. They take a shot. Goes wide of the net. And they retain it along the far boards. Send it below the goal line. Donovan Sachs is after it. Sends it up the boards to Sullivan Baker. And he's headed off by a couple of Buccaneers pinching down on him, so they hold the zone. Now they take a shot. They try a deflection. And they get a rebound, and they put it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 Des Moines. Pretty good defense, though, out of Top Shelf. I mean, 4 minutes in the zone, and they give up 1 goal. Can't complain about that. Gill's going to center a line with Cohen Fance, and I think that's Jaden T. Scudder. Out with... Not sure who that is on defense. I know it's Donovan Sachs, but I'm not sure who number 6 is. Is that Cohen? I think that might be Cohen, or Leon Fance. Des Moines has the puck. They send it up to the point. They go D to D. And now they take a shot low, and it's blocked by Gill. Comes out, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off. And that should get the clock caught up. Detzel's going to come out with Barker. And I think that's Logan Crone on the other side with Corbin Howie and not sure who the other defenseman is. Des Moines has it. They bring it into Ames's zone. And they're headed off by a couple Top Shelf players. Barker getting hooked along the boards, no call. Comes back out to the red line. Battle for it on the near boards here. Charlie Baker and Jackson Detzel now comes away with it. And we gain the zone. Top Shelf has the zone for the first time in the game. 6:53 in the first period remaining, and now Des Moines quickly gets it out. And they've got numbers as they're 3-on-2 here, and they try and center up a pass that gets blocked by Howie Corbin. And Corbin will send it the length of the ice here. Ref is going to blow his whistle for an icing. It'll come all the way back down into Ames's zone for a defensive zone faceoff. And Owen Reynolds comes out to center the line with Eli Van Bergen. Eventually I'll figure out these kids' skating styles, and I can tell you who they are. Not sure who's on the other wing, but Sachs and Fance are on defense. Des Moines takes a shot, goes through the crease. Now they send it up to the point. Defenseman has it, skates it in, passes it over. Now he'll shoot it and goes wide of the net. Donovan Sachs goes to get it, and Sullivan Baker is the other wing. He'll get it and send it the length of the ice for another icing. Ames will get a line change with Gill going to come out and center a line with T. Scudder and Fance, along with Atchison and Howie Corbin on defense. Des Moines controlling the puck along the far boards. They get it out to their defensemen. Now they try and center it up, and Atchison's there. He sends it over to T. Scudder, who chips it out of the zone to Gill. Good play. And we're in a foot race. Des Moines going to get to it and take it away from Atchison. And now they blow a tire in neutral ice. Vance battling for it. Tries to send it into Des Moines' zone. Des Moines blocks it and sends it right back into Ames's zone. And now we're going to get a penalty call for a trip. Jaden T. Scudder is going to go to the box. I think we're going to do minute penalties. I'm not sure. We'll see. There's a new feature on Sports Cam, though, that you can actually keep track of power plays. Detzel comes out with Crone, and we're going to do 2-minute penalties. Des Moines sends a shot, and that one goes by Eaton to make it 2-0. With 4:42 left here in the first, and Des Moines will pick up a power play goal. So T. Scudder will come out of the box. That's how you work that feature. All right, I got it on the phone now. Detzel centering the line with Barker and Crone, along with Donovan Sachs and Leon Fance on defense. Puck is won back. Des Moines in a foot race for it. They get to it, come behind their own net. They send it up to the near boards. They can't chip it out. And now they'll stretch pass it or try, and they whiff on it. Now they just chip it into neutral ice. Fance is after it with Sachs, and it's going to go down for an icing. So now we'll flip ends and come down to Des Moines' end. Good opportunity here for Top Shelf to try and pick up a goal if we can get some shots. Reynolds centers the line with Van Bergen, and I think that's going to be Sullivan Baker, along with Fance and Donovan Sachs on defense. Loose puck. Des Moines is after it, and they get to it. And now they center up a pass, and that's taken away by Van Bergen. Or Reynolds, excuse me. And they send a puck to Nolan, and he gloves it and covers it up. So we'll get a defensive zone face-off. And I think the line's going to stay the same. Puck is dropped. Reynolds wins it back. Sachs gets to it, tries to send it back up to Reynolds, and it's deflected out to neutral ice. Comes into the zone offside, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Line stays the same. Reynolds going to take the draw. Puck is dropped, and he wins it over to Van Bergen. But it comes into Ames's zone, and now Van Bergen sends it out to neutral ice, and Des Moines sends it deep, but they're offside. So we'll get another reset here in the neutral zone. Top Shelf's going to make a line change. Noah Gill comes out to center the line with Cohen Fance and Jaden T. Scudder, along with Corbin Howie on defense, and I think that's Atchison on defense. Atchison now blocks the puck out of the slot, and it ends up behind the net. Comes around the far boards to T. Scudder. He tries to chip it around the defenseman, and he does. But the defenseman on the back check comes and takes it away from him and skates it back into Ames's zone. T. Scudder now trying to chip it around him again. It stays there right at the blue line. Des Moines sends it to up the far boards. and they turn it over as it's on Atchison's stick now, and he's looking to break out to Fance. Fance tries to chip it to the center, doesn't go. Des Moines holds the line and sends it deep. Corbin Howie in the corner with it. Tries to send it up the ice, intercepted by Des Moines, and it's bouncing around here on Nolan's left side. Atchison comes away with it, and he'll send it up the neutral ice, and Des Moines will have to reset. They're able to do so. They send it deep. They're going to get a line change. Now Corbin Howie has it. Wide open ice here for Top Shelf in this line change. Sends it up the ice to Gill. Chipped into the zone, but quickly corralled by the Buccaneers, and they're going to skate up the ice with it, send it to the center, and now we're in a one-on-one, and Des Moines, or Top Shelf gets back, and we prevent a breakaway goal there. Puck sent to the near boards. Des Moines collects it. Des Moines starting to stretch out the ice with these lateral passes. Corbin or Sachs will get to it and send it deep for an icing. .157 left here in the first period, 2-0 Des Moines. Jackson Detzel comes out to center a line with Charlie Barker and Logan Crone, along with Fance and Sachs on defense. Puck in the corner now. Barker's going to get to it, and he rims it around below the net. Des Moines goes to get it, and they're looking for a centering pass. Now they send it to the point. They'll take a shot low. Doesn't get through the traffic, but they pick up the rebound, and now they'll put a shot wide of the net that Nolan will glove. And we'll reset with a defensive zone face-off. Owen Reynolds comes out to center the line with Van Bergen and Sullivan Baker on the other wing, along with Atchison and Howie on defense. Top Shelf clears it. It's going to go down here for an icing, though, so it's going to come right back. Reynolds to take the draw. Puck dropped, and Reynolds is tied up. Van Bergen comes in to help him out. Puck remains trapped along the near boards. Van Bergen gets to it, tries to chip it out of the zone. Des Moines holds the line. They send it towards the net, blocked away by Atchison's stick to the corner. Now Van Bergen's fighting for it along the near boards. Here comes Owen Reynolds in to help him. And it's rimmed around to the far boards. Des Moines sends it back deep below the goal line. Rimmed around to the other side. Van Bergen's going to get to it. And he tries to chip it around a couple Des Moines players, but it stays in the zone, and they send it deep again. Now it ends up right in front of the net. And a shot taken, blocked by Top Shelf. As we've got about 30 seconds left here in the first period. Des Moines brings it back into the zone. They center up a pass. Atchison's there, so they don't get a shot off, and it ends up along the far boards. They try and center up another pass. Comes out to the point. And now Van Bergen's battling for it. And Corbin comes away with a loose puck, skates it down, and he'll put it towards the net. And that's how the first period's going to end, as it's 2-0 Des Moines. Stay tuned. We're going to be back here in just a minute for the beginning of the second period. Welcome back in as we're getting ready to start the second period. Ames getting some Top Shelf. I keep saying Ames because I'm so used to saying the Ames Flyers. But Top Shelf gets some help, or gets some last minute advice. And we're going to flip ends. Gill's going to center the line with Fance and T-Scudder, along with Donovan Sachs and Leon Fance on defense. Sachs has it, sends it up to the neutral zone. And now he gets it back and sends it deep, and it's tipped. They're going to waive the icing. Des Moines has the puck in their zone, and they send it out to neutral ice. And now Des Moines will gain the zone along the far boards, pestered by a couple of Top Shelf players. They put a shot on net, blocked away by Eaton. And it comes out the neutral ice. Buccaneers going to have to regroup. And they do, and they're not sure what to do with it. They try and send it deep, and it's blocked by Gill. And he'll get out to center neutral ice, and we're going to have another penalty as Gill was tripped up. So now Top Shelf will go on the power play, and now that I know how to actually work this on my phone, it's acting as a remote control, we'll have a countdown. Looks like Top Shelf sent Detzel out to center a line on the power play with Charlie Barker and Logan Crone on the wings, with Atchison and Howie on defense. Detzel has it now center ice, and he sends it into the zone. We have a whistle. I think we were just offside. I was looking for another tripping call, but I think it was just offside. Top Shelf on the power play with the Buccaneers being shorthanded. Down 2-0 here early in the second period. Puck is sent to Crone up at the red line, and he sends it in deep. And Des Moines is going to get to it first with Detzel pestering him. But Des Moines is going to be able to break out here. Maybe they miss the pass, and Detzel comes and takes it off their stick. It's just bouncing around in neutral ice. Des Moines tries to pass it. Crone gets to it, chips it into Top Shelf's offensive zone. Goes out to the far boards, sent up to neutral ice at the red line. Des Moines has gained the line. They come in, 3 defenders on 1, and they can't get anything going for now, as they send the puck to the far boards, and they'll get a partial line change. Atchison going to go get the loose puck in the corner. Tries to send it up to Crone. Can't connect, but it does come out to neutral ice, and Des Moines has to regroup. They get to it and send it deep. They'll complete their line change with that. And now Corbin Howie tries to send it up to Crone, intercepted by Des Moines. Take a shot, blocked by Howie, goes to the far boards, and Des Moines player coming off the bench on a line change plays it. Loose puck in the far corner. Detzel gets to it. He's looking for some help. Loses it off his stick, and Des Moines keeps it in the zone. Now they send it towards Eaton, who's able to cover it up. And with that, the power play will have expired. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Reynolds out there with Barker and Sullivan Baker, along with Donovan Sachs and Leon Fance on defense. Reynolds steps up and blocks a shot that Des Moines tried to take from the blue line. Loose puck that Sachs is battling for. Buccaneers get to it and send it behind the net. And now Now they're looking to center up a pass, but Top Shelf's clogging up the middle. They send it to the blue line. They take a shot. Another one blocked by Top Shelf. That time Eli Van Bergen. And now he'll skate it to neutral ice. And he tries to send it over to Baker. Ends up coming down into Top Shelf's offensive zone. And now we're in a battle for it along the far boards. Couple Des Moines players there with Van Bergen, and Des Moines comes away with it. Now Des Moines has gained the line. They try and center up a pass, and they do. And they take a shot on Eaton. He blocks it, comes back out to the blue line, take another shot through traffic, ricochets off of Eaton. I don't even think he saw it. But either way, it didn't go in the net. Des Moines now cycling it around the zone, and it pops out into neutral ice, and they'll have to regroup. They go D to D. Reynolds is there pressuring it, causes a turnover. We can't hang on to it. Des Moines takes it back. They center up a pass, and player catches on his backhand and can't get a shot off, but now they center one up to the trailing forward, who puts it in to make it 3-0. Noah Gill will come out center line with Cohen Fantz along with Jaden T-Scudder. And Atchison and Howie on defense. Puck bouncing around the neutral zone. Des Moines comes into Ames's zone. And behind the net, Corbin Howie battling for it along with Atchison, and Top Shelf will come away with it. And try and send it out. It's held in by Des Moines. Ends up on T-Scudder's stick along the far boards, and now he's in a battle for it as it's trapped along the boards. And Des Moines will send it deep. Comes around to the near boards. Fantz battling for it along with Howie. Comes out to the point. Des Moines takes a shot. Maybe he was trying to pass there as wide as that was. Either way, it didn't connect. It ends up along the inboards. And now T-Scudder has it. He sends it off the boards to neutral ice. Des Moines sends it in offside as they were trying to tag up there. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Detzel going to center a line with Barker and Crone. And it looks like Atchison and Howie will stay out on defense. Puck comes to the near boards, neutral ice, collected by Des Moines. And now they stretch a pass to the backside wing, and they gain the line, but he can't really control the puck right now. But Des Moines does retain possession of it. And they send it to the point. D to D now. Take a shot. Doesn't get through traffic. Blocked by Atchison and Howie. Howie now chips it to neutral ice, and Detzel's trying to get to it. And Des Moines gets to it first. And Des Moines coming back towards Ames's end, but they don't have numbers. But they weave around and take a shot, goes wide. Howie rims it around. Des Moines gets to it. Atchison takes it off their stick. And now Crone chips it out of the zone. It's going to go down. They're going to say it's tipped. We play on, no icing. Des Moines collects it. Send it to the boards. And they try and break out through the center. No one home, and it ends up coming back in offside. 3-0 here with 4:53 left in the second period. Reynolds centering a line with Baker and Van Bergen, with Sachs and Leon Fantz on defense. Des Moines comes into Ames's zone. They take a shot, goes off the side of the net. Now loose puck. Baker's going to get to it. Tries to send it out. Des Moines holds the line. They send it towards the net. It's blocked by Fance. And Van Bergen now sends it up the neutral ice to Reynolds, and he blows a tire, and Des Moines picks up the loose puck and sends it deep into Ames' zone. Donovan Sachs is after it. He rims it around. Des Moines holds it in. Try and center a pass. Take a shot now. Blocked by Eaton. Ends up on the defenseman's stick, and he sends it, tries to send it low and hard, but it's blocked by a couple top shelf defensemen. And it comes back out to the other defenseman. And now Sachs gets to it and just swats it down for an icing. With that though, top shelf will be able to get a line change. Gill will center the line with Cohen Fance and Jaden Teescutter, with Corbin Howie and Atchison on defense. Moyne takes a shot, doesn't get through the traffic, blocked away by top shelf. Atchison now tries to reverse it back to Teescutter along the far boards. Des Moines gets to it and takes it away from him. Now they send it up to the blue line. And they try and send one towards the net, and that's blocked by Howie's stick. They're going to say he played it off a high stick. Wasn't even close to being a high stick, but they're the refs and they make the calls. Line stays the same with Gilligan going to take the draw. He wins it. And top shelf sends it out of the zone. He's going to go down for an icing. So we'll reset and do this again. And we're in a new set of forwards. Detzel's going to come out and center a line with Crone and Charlie Barker. Defense stays the same with Corbin Howie and Xander Atchison. Puck goes down into Des Moines' end. Crone there battling for it, but Des Moines gets it to neutral ice where they turn it over, and Atchison sends it towards the net, and their goalie's going to cover it up, and we get a stoppage of play. Top shelf will stay with the line that was out there. They just switched the defenseman with Sachs and Leon Fance. Puck is dropped. Top shelf has it. And it squirts out of the zone to neutral ice, and there's a battle for it right along the benches. Top shelf comes away with it, sends it back into Des Moines' end. Des Moines will go get the loose puck, come around the back of the net. Send it up through center ice, and now they've gained the line. And they're trying to center up a pass, blocked by a skate. Charlie Barker has it, and Des Moines tries to take it away on the back check. And they are able to create a turnover. Now Des Moines has it. They take a shot, blocked away by Eaton. Comes along the near boards. Crone's after it. Detzel's after it. And it trickles to the slot and put on net, sticked away by Eaton. Of all the places that puck could have bounced, it went right into the slot. Crone battling for it with Detzel. Des Moines takes it away, and they're headed back towards Ames's end. Try and send it over to the wing. Now they center it up, take a shot, and that gets by Eaton to make it 4-0 Des Moines. with 1:08 left here in the second period. Top Shelf's going to send out Reynolds with Baker and Van Bergen on the wings. Corbin Howie and Xander Atchison on defense. Puck in the neutral zone. Atchison gets to it, chips it into Des Moines' end. Loose puck that Des Moines going to get to along the inboards. Now they're looking to move it up the near boards here. And now they're coming through neutral ice, stretch pass to the other side. And good stick by Howie as he takes it away from the Buccaneers, and Van Bergen has it on the other, going the other way. Tries to send a pass over to Baker, and it's intercepted by Des Moines. Comes out to neutral ice where Howie chips it back in offside. Line's going to stay the same. Puck is dropped. And Ames sends it into Des Moines' end, but Des Moines collects loose change, and now they're coming back towards Ames's goal. They'll take a shot, blocked by Eaton, and Atchison picks up the loose puck, and he's skating up the ice with it, trying to get it out to neutral ice, gets it to Reynolds, and the clock's going to expire. And that's how the second period's going to end. 4-0 Des Moines Buccaneers right now. Stay tuned. We'll be back here in just a minute for the beginning of the third period. Welcome back as we're set to start the third period here in Ames at the Ames Ice Arena. Top Shelf's going to send out Gill with Fance along with T-Scudder. And Donovan Sachs and Leon Fance on defense. Puck is dropped, bouncing around here in neutral ice. Des Moines has control of it. And they'll send it up now and into Ames's end. And they try and center up a pass. They get it to go, but he tried to be a little too friendly there, trying to give his friend a goal, and they couldn't connect on the second pass. Now they send a shot wide of the net. Collected by Sachs. He sends it up along the near boards. Des Moines holds the line. And now it'll come in where Sachs will grab it again, tries to send it out, and it's held in. Fance has it along the near boards. Des Moines sends a shot towards the net, blocked by Top Shelf. And Top Shelf trying to get it out, but Des Moines keeps it in, and now they send it to the backside of the net. Can't quite get enough on it, and it goes wide of the net as the shot had no chance of going in. Des Moines with it now, trying to center up a pass. They get one right in front of the net. Eaton sticks it away. And it comes to the near boards where Fance is going to go collect it. Des Moines takes it off his stick, and now they're looking for a centering pass. Here comes a player right off the bench into the slot, and he can't quite control it, and it comes out to neutral ice. Des Moines comes into their zone, into Ames's zone. They put a shot on the net, and that's going to be by Nolan to make it 5-0 here in the third period. With, we're going to do continuous clock. I forgot. Just under 10 minutes left to play. For me, I'm getting my hockey legs under me for broadcasting. I've been broadcasting baseball and softball all summer. Much slower paced game. Either way, the puck is dropped, and Des Moines controls it and comes into Ames's end. And now they have it. They take a shot, doesn't go on goal. And Des Moines' defenseman gets to it and sends it deep. His forwards get to it now, and they collect it, and they put it by Nolan to make it 6-0. Detzel's going to center a line with Charlie Barker, and I believe that's Sullivan Baker on the other wing, along with Corbin Howie and Xander Atchison on defense. Des Moines controls the puck. They come into the zone. Send a pass that doesn't connect, and it goes to the far boards. Des Moines just kind of playing around with it now, looking for that pass right in the high slot, or in the slot, and it doesn't go, and it comes out to neutral ice and down to Des Moines' end. But they get to the loose puck. That has been the story of this game, is they have gotten to the loose puck. And now Detzel tries to get to one, and it's trapped up along the near boards, and somebody's laying on it, and now it comes out, ends up on, still trapped up against the near boards, comes out to Atchison at the point, sends it towards the net, blocked by Des Moines. They break out, through neutral ice they come, and into the zone. Howie sends them wide, and they get a shot off that goes past Nolan, 7-0 Des Moines. Reynolds will come out center line with Eli Van Bergen, along with, that is Sullivan Baker on the wing on that side. It must have been Logan Crone on the other end. Or maybe I'm just off. Either way, Donovan Sachs and Leon Fantz are on defense. Loose puck. Des Moines will get to it. And they turn it over. Van Bergen had it temporarily, but Des Moines takes it back. Now Des Moines is off to the races towards Ames's end. They try and center up a pass, but no Buccaneer there, so it comes out to the point. They take a shot, and that's blocked away by Van Bergen. Puck ends out in neutral ice, and now Reynolds has it in Des Moines' end. But he's headed off along the near boards by a couple Buccaneers, and they take it away from him. Buccaneers stick with it, and now nice pass. No defense back, and they try and get one around Nolan. He stops it. Good stop. And the puck ends up below the goal line. Puck right in front of Nolan now. And Des Moines stick lifts Van Bergen, gets to the loose puck. Comes out to one of their defensemen. They'll send it deep. And Sachs will go get it, rims it around to the far boards. And Des Moines holds it in at the blue line. They send it towards the net, doesn't make it through the traffic. And Sachs will try it again coming around the far boards. Des Moines holds the line. Loose puck that Des Moines will get to. High slot. They take a shot blocked by T-Scudder. And off the rebound, Des Moines gets another shot that goes above the net. Puck just bouncing around here in Ames's end as Des Moines tries to find that centering pass. Try it there. Fance is there to send it out to neutral ice, and it's recollected by Des Moines. Now they'll try and go wide. Pass intercepted by Crone. Ends up off his stick, comes back to Atchison. He plays it off the boards, and it goes into Des Moines' end, where they collect the loose puck. They come around the back of the net to the near boards. They chip it up to neutral ice, stretch it to the center. And now they've got nice zone entry with the center coming around. They got the triangle, and they take a shot wide. Comes to the near boards, held in by Des Moines, and it bounces around and goes past Nolan to make it 8-0. Just a little over 4 minutes here left in the third period. Game 1 of this round robin tournament this weekend. Top Shelf going to play Mason City tonight at 8:30. Not sure who Des Moines has next. But in the round robin, I know Peoria is here. So maybe they're playing Peoria. Detzel out there with Barker and Crone, along with Corbin Howie and Xander Atchison. Puck in Ames' end, shot taken from the blue line. Ends up in front of Eaton. He can't quite corral it. His defense helps him out, gets it out of the way. And Des Moines takes another shot, goes off the side of the net, goes to the far boards. And now Atchison has it, cutting through neutral zone. Sends it down deep into Des Moines' end. Loose puck, Des Moines gets to it. And now Howie tries to take it away from him at the blue line, and it ends up coming down into Ames' end, and Ames will send it, and icing is waived. Goalie played it anyway. Detzel has it and can't quite corral it. Des Moines takes it away from him. And now they're skating through neutral ice. They come into the zone. Headed off by Howie. He gets to the puck, sends it to Detzel. And Des Moines comes and takes it off his stick and chips it into Ames' end. Howie now will send it down. And Des Moines will get to the puck. Leon Fance off the bench, skates it into the zone, but 3 Buccaneers there to take it away from him. And now they stretch the ice to the backside. It's collected by Des Moines. They gain the line. They take a shot. Goes off Nolan's glove. And a loose puck comes down in Des Moines' end. They collect it. Chip it from neutral ice into the zone, and now they got a 2-on-1. They take a pass, and Eaton stops the first one, and somebody cleared it before a second shot could get taken off. Puck bouncing around along the far boards. Des Moines will get to it, sends it towards the net, but it's sticked away by Leon Fance. Des Moines trying to center up a pass again, can't connect. And Sachs will get to it, tries to throw it the length of the ice, and Des Moines played it off a high stick. All right, so I got the schedule here. 7:15, Mason City will play Des Moines. and then they're going to turn right around and play us. So we're going to get them on the second half of a back-to-back. Des Moines now controls the puck, comes in to Ames's end. Howie there with the stick, interrupts the play, goes to the far boards. T-Scudder gets to it, tries to send it out. Des Moines holds it in. They center up a pass, and they take a backhanded shot, goes over the net, and we got just about 3 seconds left here in the game as my clock is off, but that's how this one's going to end, 8-0 Des Moines. Top Shelf will look to get one back tonight against Mason City, and hopefully they've learned they got to get to some loose pucks if they're going to have any sort of offense. Either way, we'll be back tonight at 8:30 for the game against Mason City. We'll see you then.